Falcons, I'm Min, here with Furnace Falcons Weekly News. Today is Thursday, April 29, 2021. We are halfway through the fourth quarter. This week is the first week that teachers are preparing for some 9th grade students to come back to school. We hope they enjoy their times in school. Keep your grades up, everyone. The end of the year is in sight. Our new teams represent many languages. You can watch them in advisory or on our YouTube channels, Falcons TV. Our quote of the week is, "With the new day, come new strength and new thoughts." For advice and opportunities about college, please make sure you join CAP. CAP is very beneficial to those looking for help with applying and preparing for college. Please contact Ms. Kelsey for more information. Bilingual students, don't forget to come to your bilingual meeting on Wednesday. You can talk to your friends about the school reopening plans and share your thoughts. Students, April is the month we celebrate Earth Day. We can do something to save our Earth. We should all reduce, reuse, and recycle. Cut down what you throw away. We all have to defend the environment and protect our planet. Senior Students of the Month: Kelly Fanu, Ming Yun Hee, Jin Yin Gao, Migma Tamang, Elma Ramos Cedillo, Rameses Benitez, and Krista Squilla Cody. They are honored for academic attendance and seeking out help when needed. Way to go, seniors! Students, Furnace Spring Concert is finally here. They were all led by Mrs. Choice. How exciting!
우린 몇 살까지 다름 아이 창피하다가도 멍석달면 바름 Born skinny 만 살쪄도 난 마름 계산은 느려도 눈치는 빠름 인기를 논하자면 안에 입만 아픔 Big boys not my boys 싹둑싹둑 자름 우리 이름 들린다면 뚜루뚜루 맞음 Jerk jerk I said I was down top to the bottom 검은색 분홍 Fill up in it make it lit like 웃음 지켜난 소리 어려운 걸 해내주니 이쁘잖아 savage You better run 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 You better run 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 All my diamonds big yellow road
From Mrs. Choice, great job to students who participate in the spring concert. You guys are so awesome. Keep practicing. Summer program. Do you want to do something meaningful with your summer break? Temple University is offering many programs for high school students. Get a head start on your college life. See your Google Classroom advisory or ask teachers for more information. Teacher Spotlight. Today, our announcer Chris is going to interview Mr. Dibisquali and his team member, Josue Batista. Mr. Dibisquali is an algebra teacher and he is also a soccer coach.
Good afternoon, Mr. D and Jose.
Good afternoon, Chris.
I have a couple questions for our interview. I'll start with Mr. D. How long have you coached sports?
I've coached for 6 years now, 4 at Furness, 2 at my previous school.
Okay. So we know that you teach math too. So are there any similarities with being a math teacher and a sports coach?
I guess, as a teacher, you have to motivate students, right? So it's very similar in soccer or baseball or any sport. Motivate people to try hard, push themselves to be their best, and I think there's the similarity.
I agree. Because of COVID, many students have been affected because of the restrictions of sports. How have you kept athletes motivated during the seasons?
So with soccer, I think it's just our team is so good. Right, Jose? I mean, we have a chance to be champions of Philadelphia this year, and I think that is the motivation. I wish I had the secret remedy for getting everyone to show up to practice every day. That's ideal, but it doesn't always happen. That's a tough thing. So to be honest, when I have a big team, I could kind of put pressure on the players to say, hey, if you don't come to practice, you're not going to play in the game. But at this point, we need everybody. We have no substitutes. And I don't know if people are taking advantage of that situation. I don't know what it is, but definitely Jose can remember years where we had 20 people show up to practice.
Yeah.
Consistently. And this year, we're lucky to get, 5 or 6 sometimes. But with that being said, it's a weird year. You got COVID, you got people working, and I understand different situations. I think the motivating is how good we are and how much of an opportunity we actually have to be city champions this year. And I think that's keeping everyone involved and motivated.
That's really nice. And what is the most difficult part of being a sports coach?
I think that is a big part of it, just motivating people to show up to practice. It's not, some people find excuses, and it's like, when do I accept the excuse? When do I not? Do I question you about it? Do I assume you're being honest? And as a person, I always assume people are being honest with me. Could I be being taken advantage of sometimes? Possibly. But I think just that is one of the most difficult things of coaching, is getting people to consistently show up to practice and because that's what's going to make the team better, and just getting people to come consistently.
Many students say they want to be involved in sports. What do they need to know before becoming a high school athlete?
So remember, you're a student athlete, right? So you need to have the student part taken care of. You have to have good grades. You can't be failing in classes. You also you need a physical. I mean, you cannot play without a physical from a doctor. So there is a PIAA Section 6 form that needs to be filled out by a doctor. Your family also has to fill out a few other forms. And if your grades are good and you have the physical and the parent permission forms filled out, you're eligible to play. Most sports at Furness, there's not cuts. We don't have such a huge school where you get cut from the team. It's pretty much, if you want to join a team, you can, as long as your grades are good and you have a physical from a doctor and your parents' permission.
Talking about athletes, what makes a good athlete?
That'd be a good question for Jose. He's a good athlete. And I think it's his drive. He has the drive. And honestly, some people I feel are born just more athletic, or I don't know if you're born that way or just over time, you know, the activities that you do make you more athletic. Who knows? But I think at a certain point, it's drive that makes you a good athlete. Do you have the drive to keep pushing yourself and getting better? And some people have that and some don't. And that kind of separates the really good ones from the average player.
Yeah, it's true. The potential. And it's spring, so like it rains a lot. So how would you avoid disruptions promoted by rainy or cold weather?
Yeah, that's tough. There's a situation going on this year where all the sports are trying to get their games in a small window of time. So if you cancel a game, you can't always remake it. You can't always play that game. So we try to play unless the weather's really bad. We did have to cancel one soccer game, but we made it up. But that's the problem is if the weather's bad, if you cancel, you're not always going to get to play that game. So we just try to play in good weather. Of course, if it's practice, we'll take the day off. There's no indoor facilities, so I coach outdoor sports. Of course, if you play indoor sports, this doesn't matter, right? But for baseball and soccer, it is an issue, and we just we're encouraged to play the game if we can. And if we can't, we just try to schedule as long as there are referees available and a field available.
Thank you, Mr. D.
You're welcome, Chris. Thank you.
I asked and Jose now some questions. When did you start playing sports for Furnace?
I think it was my sophomore year. 2 years ago, I started playing. Yeah.
Can you describe some exciting game moments as a player with Furnace?
There are a lot. Well, actually, in our most recent game against Mastery, one of my defenders, he just scored a goal in like the half of the field. That was really crazy.
Oh, that's impressive.
Yeah. We have scored some last-minute goals. We have some really impressive moments when Mr. D is coaching us, because the way he talks to us, it motivates us. So we just push ourselves a lot harder. And yeah.
You got a good coach.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What is something you learned playing sports at Furnace that might help you become a successful adult?
Always keep your hard work up. Don't ever give up on something you know you're capable of doing. Like, for example, going to practice. Don't ever stop going to practice if you know you can go. And just keep your discipline up. That's what I have learned.
Yes. Keep trying, even if it's hard for you. What do students who want to be a member of a high school sports team need to know?
There shouldn't be no slacking off. No days off. No nothing like that. If you really want to win and compete with other teams, you gotta be able to take the hard things for yourself.
Thank you. Thank you for the interview, guys.
Thank you. You're welcome, man.
Thank you, Mr. D and Josue, for the fun facts about sports. If you need free food, Furnace is a food distribution center. Don't forget to get meal at Furnace every Friday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. From Mr. Kelly at OST. Do you like to advocate for yourself and your community? Do you need community service hour for school? Well, if your answer is yes, the YAC is place for you. We meet on Friday from 3:30 to 4:30 via Google Meet. Here is the OSD out school times April calendar. For more information, you can contact Mr. Kelly or Miss Christina. Furnace, students are showcasing their poetries in a virtual event for the Free Library of Philadelphia. A local artist has been working with some students for the past years. On Thursday, April 29, are invited to virtual attend this short film and poetry event. Look for the link in your advisory Google Classroom. Students, the bit.ly to Spray Summer Program is here. This is a summer internship program. It places students with organizations and businesses around the city to give them experience addressing social problems. And yes, you can get paid. Please see the flyer or contact Dr. David for more information on how to apply. Please see this flyer for more information about getting help for computers and the internet. Also, if you cannot attend virtual class, email your teachers and make sure your assignments are done. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and check valuable information on our website, fairness.philasd.org. Our website also provides a weekly announcement on YouTube in many languages. That's all for this week's announcement. Thank you for watching. Keep warm, be safe in virtual world and the real world. Wear your mask, wash your hand, and we'll see you next week.